Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Denver Broncos franchise here on Madden NFL 23. And today, the 5-5 Denver Broncos travel to Charlotte to face the 3-8 Carolina Panthers. Broncos coming off of a heartbreaking loss last week against the Raiders. But before we get into the action, we do have one piece of business to take care of. And that's to deal with Bradley Chubb. Signed a Dalton Risner to an extension a couple weeks ago. Well, the other big one going into this offseason was Bradley Chubb. Now, Chubb has been a very key piece, but he's been very injury-prone. But he does have 6.5 sacks on the season. He has 4 in his last 3 games. So Chubb has really played well. He only wants a 3-year extension, and that makes me a little more able to give it to him, and he agrees. So a 3-year contract extension for Bradley Chubb. He stays in the Denver Broncos uniform. One of our elite pass rushers went on the field is staying at home. But time to get into the action. The Panthers looking to get some wins, specifically for Matt Rule and his job in the future. But looks like the Broncos will start for the football as the ball goes out the back of the end zone. And here comes this offense, led by Russell Wilson, who's played a lot better in the past couple of games. He's limited the mistakes, only 1 interception in that span, 6 touchdown passes as well. He's now at 15-15 on the season. They start off their own 25-yard line. First play is a throw as Wilson across the middle downfield finds KJ Hamler, who gets us started with a quick gain of 19 yards. Not a very scripted or textbook opening for the Broncos, but it works. And now Javonte Williams gets the first handoff of the game, and he gets 12 yards. So good. Couple of big plays there for Denver as they're quickly into Carolina territory. This time now a stretch give to Williams, who picks up about 2 on the edge this time. Gordon checks in, but Wilson's going to throw left side. That one looks for Sutton. Fortunately, unable to complete the pass, makes it now 3rd and 8. As Wilson drops back to throw, he's going to take a deep shot downfield, and that one is batted away. Dante Jackson got a hand on that one. And the Broncos will punt the football on their first drive. Not going to attempt the 60-yarder, as this one is back, and it is down at the 6. Beautiful punt there. And that is going back up Carolina, led by Sam Darnold, who apparently won the quarterback position in the offseason, beat out Baker Mayfield, and now Mayfield's out there in Philly putting on an MVP caliber season. So that doesn't tell you all about Matt Rule and his scouting. I don't know what will. Well, that was a big run for McCaffrey, though, on his first run, as that quickly gets him to the 34 after rattling off that 28-yarder. McCaffrey last week, 104 yards, a touchdown. He's over 1,000 now in the season with 13 scores, so you know the offense is going to run through him. So it's up to Denver to shut him down, as there's a nice incomplete pass forced by Denver. Now 3rd and 7, though. They find McCaffrey in the passing game. He's going to line out wide as well. You got to be ready for it. But there's 13 for Carolina. Keeps their drive alive. Is now back to the ground, and McCaffrey gets swallowed up. Loss of 2. Broncos run D was all over that. Broncos run defense actually has been kind of spotty this year, so this is not a game I would look forward to, especially after giving up a lot to Derrick Henry just a couple of weeks ago against Tennessee. And now 3rd and 7, looking for a shot for more off the hands of Surtain. Almost an interception, but instead is incomplete. And the Panthers will also punt, so both teams no points on their first drive. Now let's see what Denver can do with their second drive of the game. They're a 2-year run from Gordon. They give it back to him as he rattles off 6 that time. This is now 3rd and 2. Wilson will throw it, this time out in the flats, as there's a quick pass to Tim Patrick. 7 more and a first down. Next play, they give it back to Gordon, run left side, as the Broncos really trying to establish that balance here early. Gets 2, but now they go back to the air. Wilson left side. There's a nice pass to Sutton, who gets away from Horn. And Cortland Sutton's going to race inside the 10, down at the 6. Truly having himself a breakout season is Sutton. And now it's goal to go for the Broncos. Next play, handoff Gordon. He's going to find his way inside for a score. Touchdown Broncos. They draw first blood on the rushing touchdown for Gordon, his 5th on the season, and it's 7-0 Denver. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Quick quarter to start, but the Panthers, they are driving. They're at the 17 to begin this frame. 1st and 10 I formation. Give to McCaffrey right side. He's going to break a tackle before being hit hard after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, Darnold will turn it to the air. He throws it short, and there's Singleton. Another nice play by the linebacker. He forces an incompletion. And now it's 3rd and 6. Bunch to the right. McCaffrey is in that bunch. You got to look out for him. Darnold taking a shot. He's actually just going to throw it out the back of the end zone. And the Panthers, they get their first points, but it's a field goal, now 7-3 in favor of Denver. As here's a 3-yard run by Gordon. 2nd and 6, Panthers bring pressure, try to counter with a throw to the left side, but that's nice defense. Judy couldn't hold on. And quickly we got a 3rd and 6. Wilson, he's got time in the pocket, throws to the left side for Judy. Short of the marker, but he breaks the tackle. Beautiful play by Jerry Judy to pick up the first. He wasn't going to have it initially, but he got it with the broken tackle. Nice hard first down, gives the Broncos this extension. There's an 8-yard run for Gordon. 2nd and 2 now. Wilson fakes, pump fakes, 5-man rush, trying to get outside the pocket, throws it away. There's actually a flag down. They're going to call intentional ground. They say Wilson was not outside the tackle box. That's a big blow for this Denver drive. It's basically a sack. And now it's 3rd and 16. Wilson drops back to throw again. He tries to find somebody open, but this time he's going to go down for real. Brian Burns and company. Derek Brown there as well. And that ends the Broncos drive. It goes back to Carolina now. They're 3rd and 10. They're backed up after another great punt, but Darnold's going to throw this one deep right side, and it's caught. Robbie Anderson elevates, and he comes down with a football. Well, that's what the ref said, but the Broncos, they don't seem to agree, and Nathaniel Hackett throws out the challenge flag. Let's take a look at this one. Gets a 1 foot down. Definitely doesn't get that left foot down, but he does get that right knee as well. Elbow comes out. This one can go either way. Let's see what the call is.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, they say the play stands. So a beautiful catch by Anderson on the prayer from Darnold. And just like that, the Panthers are in Broncos territory. It's the 33 now. After a 2nd and 5, now it's going to be a 3rd and 4 after back-to-back gives. And Darnold will open it up in the air. Short this time. There's Tommy Tremble, the second-year man at Notre Dame. He's going to pick up the first, and the Panthers' drive continues. Less than 7 to go in the second. Darnold in the pocket, 4-man rush, and he gets brought down. There's the new extension man, Bradley Chubb, cashes in with a sack here today. Makes it 2nd and 17, and after an incompletion, now 3rd and 17. Darnold just going to check it down short for McCaffrey, who gets driven out of bounds, and Denver holds the Carolina Panthers to 3. And it's now 7-6 at the 2-minute warning, but the Broncos trying to add more points here. Big play, 3rd and goal from the 3. Wilson to throw. Doesn't like what he sees, tries to scramble outside the pocket, but gets hit down from behind. The Panthers force 3. And it's now 10-6 in favor of the Broncos, but the Panthers a chance to drive down the field here with the 2-minute warning. There's an incompletion. A lot of contact on the screen, but no flag. 2nd and 10, fake to McCaffrey. Darnold rolls left. He throws it to the bench. And that also stops the clock. And now on 3rd and 10, Panthers are going to come out in I formation. They're just going to try to run the football here. McCaffrey gets stuffed. Now the Broncos are going to call a timeout. They want points going into the half because Carolina will start off with the football. It's a punt to Hamler. He fields at his own 39. He's going to race up the left side and get to the midfield. So Denver in a prime position here with a minute and a half and 1 timeout to potentially get some more. First play, Wilson throws left side. There's Judy, and Judy will get 10 and a first down. Now a minute 25. Wilson looks again left side, has Judy again short, and if they're not going to cover him, Wilson will take advantage. 2 quick short passes to Jerry Judy. Now 2nd and 3. Wilson's going to take a play fake. He's going to look downfield, but this time he is sacked, brought down again. It's Brian Burns for a loss of 7. And now 3rd and 9 with less than a minute to go. Wilson gets hit immediately. Busted protection up front. Brian Burns takes advantage. That knocks Denver out of field goal range. And with time expiring, they're actually going to try a fake punt here. Very, I guess, might as well attitude as clock will expire. So it's not going to matter. But the Broncos, they take a 10-6 lead going into the half. We'll see who comes away in the second half of this one. Getting into the final stretch of the season. So a lot of teams aiming for the playoffs. A lot of them got hopes. As here's a couple of teams. The Buccaneers and the Browns. Buccaneers up 14-7. Jacoby Brissett making his final start before Deshaun Watson comes back next week. He's currently down to the visitors. Down in Florida, the 2 best teams in the AFC. 2 of the best teams in the AFC, excuse me. The Jaguars currently at 23-10 over the Ravens. Ravens only lost 1 time this season. Jaguars trying to give them their second We're going to stay in the Sunshine State down in Miami. Two teams who are shooting for the top pick. They're tied up at 7. Bridgewater and Mills both trying to save potentially their jobs for the future. We'll see who wins one of the toilet bowl games of the season. But back to this one. We'll start off the second half with the Panthers having the football. They're on 25. They give it to McCaffrey, who picks up 3. 2nd and 7 now. Darnold to throw. Looks right side. Has a man. And he's going to fall out of bounds. There's Robbie Anderson, who's had himself a pretty productive day. New set of downs now with the 37. They're going to go with a first down pass. Darnold short. There's DJ Moore, who's been relatively quiet. He makes the catch but loses the football. It's a fumble picked up by the Broncos. Johnson with the recovery gets it to the 40. A first turnover of the ball game for either team. And it's a big one now. Broncos start their first drive of the second half in Panthers territory. And there's quick 12 to Judy again. And Broncos trying to take advantage of the Panthers' mishap. There's a 7-yard run by Williams. Now 2nd and 3. Wilson to the air again, but he's going to be brought down. More pressure up front. LJ Fort on the blitz, and the former Raven, who did not play last year, gets home. Faces a 3rd and 12 now is Wilson, who checks it down short to Sutton. So they do come away with 3, and they extend their lead to 13-6 after that fumble. The Panthers back with the football, trying to do it again here. 1st and 10. It's a big hole for McCaffrey, who gets away, breaks a couple of tackles, and McCaffrey is tripped up at the 40. Darby with a last-second shoestring tackle might have saved 6. This is a big run for McCaffrey. Now they're going to try the right side, and another big run for CMC, gashing the defense, now up over 100 yards on the day. And after those 2 big runs, the Panthers are now out to the 23-yard line. As Darnold will go to the air, 3-step drop, fires as the man open right side is Anderson, as Robbie will move the sticks again. Now out at the 13-yard line is a big chance for the Panthers to try to tie this ball game up. First play, short pass. There's Anderson again, 5 quick ones. He's now 2nd and 5. Broncos, they bring pressure, 5-man rush. Darnold escapes the pocket, throws this one to the corner, but mails everybody. And then now it's 3rd and 5. More pressure being brought from the backside, and Darnold chucks this one to the sideline. 2 throwaways. And the Panthers again settle for 3. The Broncos hold on to their lead now up 13-9. As after the short grab, though, it's 3rd and inches. It's a heavy blitz from the Panthers, and they counter with a man in the flats. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And Okwuegbunam, it gets away to the 42 of Carolina. Good counter there for Denver, as they're now in plus territory. Next play is slant. Sutton has a first down. At the 32, they go back to the ground. Melvin Gordon right side, breaks a tackle, gets free a little bit, and picks up 9. Good running there for Gordon, 7 for 37 and a touchdown so far for today for him. Next play, they actually give it a jet sweep to Tim Patrick. It doesn't really work out, only 2. Usually the Broncos will fake the jet sweep, but that's the first time they've actually given it to the wide receiver, trying to catch the defense off guard, but didn't matter. There's 8, though, to make it 3rd and 1. Handoff Gordon. He's going to pick up the short first down, and they're now in goal to go. As at the 5-yard line, down goes Gordon. Next play, they'll give it to him again. Right side, Gordon stuffed a yard shy. 2nd and goal. Wilson gives it to him again. 3rd time is the charm, and Melvin Gordon punches it in. His 2nd touchdown of the day as the Broncos extend their lead as they go up 19-9. Make it 20-9 going into the final quarter. Panthers down by 11. But they do have the football, and they are in Broncos territory. At their 25, Darnold throws deep for the corner. He's looking for Anderson. That one's overthrown. 2nd and 10 now. Darnold looking to throw for it again. As man across the middle, there is Will Fuller, the 5th, the former Dolphin, making his first appearance in this game. Catch down at the 7. Now 1st and goal for the Panthers, and there's a wide open man in the corner. It's Robbie Anderson with the touchdown. Panthers made it look easy. Some busted coverage on that right side. It looked like there was a corner blitz. But as you can see, both corners actually come into blitz, and nobody is out on that 3rd. Easy 6 for the Panthers. They followed up with the 2-point conversion. And just like that, it's a 3-point lead. Broncos only up now 20-17. They got to find an answer, but 1st and 10, and it's not going to be this one. Ioannidis sacks Wilson for a loss of 3. Now 3rd and 4. Big play here. Handoff to Gordon. He's not even going to get close. Maybe picks up 2. And the Panthers force a 3 and out. Now Carolina starting to get the momentum. A little over 10 minutes to go in this game. They're at midfield. 2nd and 4. Short pass to Anderson. He's not going to get it. Maybe 8 inches shy. And on 3rd and inches, they're going to go right back to him again on the right side. Anderson's having himself a heck of a ball game. And now 1st and 10. Panthers continue to drive. They hand it off to McCaffrey, who's stuffed up the middle. Nice run defense there. After a gain of 1, now 2nd and 9. Broncos bring in heavy blitz, a 6-man rush. Darnold throws up a prayer right side, and is caught by Anderson for a touchdown. Robbie Anderson, have yourself a game. Darnold was facing the pressure. It looked like he just heaved up a prayer, and Anderson makes the adjustment, comes down with the football. Darby had got put in the spin cycle. And now the Panthers, they have a lead, 24-20 here in the final frame. Can the Broncos offense find some sort of answer? This is going to help Sutton way downfield. There is a flag, though. It's going to be a legal block in the back on the offense, so it will be a 1st down. But thanks to Judy, it's not going to be as much as the Broncos would have liked. They are in plus territory as that one is off the hands of Troy Pride. Bad read there by Wilson. Got away with it, though. 2nd and 10, handoff to Williams. And Williams trying to bounce this one on the pitch. It's not going to work. It's going to be brought down for a loss of 4. Nice play there by the Panthers defense. A long 3rd down here. Broncos, what do they have dialed up? Trying to get somebody open. And Wilson's actually is. He throws, fumbling the football. Thankfully, is picked up by Denver. And they save a scare, but they do have to punt it away. They're still down by 4 here with less than 6 to go. There's a nice pressure on Darnold as that ball falls harmlessly to their turf. And now it's 3rd and 8. Broncos continuing to bring pressure. Darnold throws a prayer up right side, and it's caught again. Guess who? Robbie Anderson, who's just having his way with Wild Darby on those deep balls. Puts the Panthers now at the 30-yard line. Less than 5 to go. Denver's chances maybe running shortly out. There's a short pass to McCaffrey, gain of 4. It does stop the clock, though, for Denver, as they need all the time they can get. That'll also keep the clock running. Now 3rd and 4, though. Big play here for Carolina. They're going to go empty. Broncos bring pressure. The counter short with Will Fuller, and Fuller beats his man in single coverage. Gets out to the 10. Practically goal to go here for Carolina as the clock continues to tick now inside 4 minutes. Darnold, first play. Oh, that one was off the hands. Darby could have came away with 6 there. Or the interception, excuse me. 2nd and 10. McCaffrey gets stuffed. Now 3rd and 9. They go empty again. We're inside 3 minutes. Darnold, short pass is caught. Down, though, is Fuller. And the Broncos get the stop. They force 3 out of Carolina. But now going to be down by a touchdown after this field goal try. Hold on a second. This is a fake field goal. And the Panthers don't get it. Well, I guess when you're a 3-8 team, you got nothing to lose, but an interesting call there. A field goal puts you up by a touchdown. Instead, the Panthers up by 4. Yes, Denver with a 2-minute warning. They need a touchdown, but a touchdown gives them the lead. It's a very interesting call there by Matt Rule. The Broncos, they got to lead a drive here. Does Wilson have it in the tank? There's a nice completion out to the 34. The clock continuing to run, coming up on a minute now. They still have all 3 timeouts. Wilson, only a 3-man rush, has time, checks it down to Tim Patrick, who gets a 1st down and gets out of bounds as well. A minute left to play. Wilson, next play, across the middle, there's Gordon. Gordon's going to break a couple of tackles and get out to the 31, and Denver will burn their first timeout with this drive. Starting to get deep. Panthers, they bring pressure here. 1st and 10 is picked up. Wilson has a man open as Jerry Jeudy, and Jeudy will get out of bounds at the 19, stops the clock again. And Wilson in this offense starting to catch fire. Next play, Wilson floats to the end zone, has a man open. It's Jerry Jeudy. Big booty Jeudy with the score. And pause, as Miss Rob says in the background, and they take the lead with 43 seconds to go. It's man coverage, it's press. And Jeudy beats it and scores the go-ahead touchdown. And now the Broncos are up by 3. This one could be a tie game if the Panthers had just kicked that field goal Instead, they got to go down and try to get points and send this one to potentially overtime with the field goal. They have 38 seconds to do it, all 3 timeouts. It's up to Sam Darnold. 1st and 10. There's pressure, but it's picked up, and that one is off the hands. That would have ended it right there, off the hands of Justin Simmons. Zane Gonzalez, target line is the 40-yard line. No, Madden, it's not their own 40-yard line. It's the other team's 40. Get it right. It's 2nd and 10. Darnold has time to throw. Off his back foot, heaving it, wants it all. Here's that one is overthrown. Looking for more on that left side. Surtain in blanket coverage. And now it's a big 3rd down. Darnold across the middle has a man open. It's Tommy Tremble, and Tremble gets in down to the 45. Panthers call a timeouts. 19 seconds to go. You're about 15 yards from that target line. As it goes empty, Darnold off his back foot tries to sling it for Anderson, but this time he slings it to the bench. 15 now left to go. Darnold facing a 4-man rush, is picked off. Throws it right side for Anderson again, but a beautiful play by Darby forces him out of bounds. And now you got 3rd and 10. Pressure is sent. Darnold, left side, has a man. It's Fuller. Fuller's going to get tackled. 2 seconds to go at the 43-yard line. And it's going to come down to a 60-yard field goal from Zane Gonzalez to send it to overtime. Hackett trying to ice him. His career long, it's 54. Can he top it here with a 60-yarder and send it to overtime? There's the snap. Place. It's up. And it's wide left. The Denver Broncos hold on and win 27-24. The kick is missed, and the Broncos will escape Charlotte with a late game win. Wilson with the game-winning drive improves to 6-5, while the Panthers, they fall to 3-9. You have to go back to that fake field goal called by the Panthers. If you would have just kicked the points, it would be a tie game going into overtime. I get it, you're 3-8. That just seems like a coach trying to do anything he can to save his job, and it did not go his way. I'd be very surprised if Matt Rule is still the coach for Carolina a lot going forward. But we do get Week 12 finished, including this game, as the Cowboys win 51. Yes, they put up 50 points on the Giants, 51-14. Prescott, 6 touchdown passes. An absolute clinic there by Dallas. Speaking of that game between top AFC teams we saw at the half, the Jaguars win it 36-24. They come back in the 4th quarter and get the win, giving Ravens only their 2nd loss of the season. The Jaguars, now with a competent head coach in Doug Peterson, are definitely a team to look out for. And then on Sunday night, the Eagles get swamped at home by the Packers 42-13. Mayfield had his worst game of the season, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yes, he's still putting up MVP numbers, but this will not help as the Packers get a big win on the road. Here are players of the week. We saw Dak Prescott get it. Packers, Jair Alexander had 2 touchdowns, including a pick 6 on that Sunday night action. Sutton had 2 for the Steelers, and then Burrows 4 touchdowns and 450-plus yards got him AFC offense. It's Week 13, so we can take a look at the playoff picture. Here's how it looked. The Broncos currently not in it. The Raiders have the 7 seed, but there are a 3-way tie at 6-5 in the AFC West. The Raiders currently do have the tiebreaker, but a lot can change in the next 5 weeks of the season. Next up, though, we go to Baltimore to face the 9-2 Ravens, a very talented squad who's coming off of that road loss to the Jaguars. They are going to be angry. This is not going to be easy, as the Ravens have talent at basically all sides on both offense and defense. Obviously, they're led by the former MVP Lamar Jackson at quarterback. We got to find a way to stop him. We've had a hard time stopping running backs. Can we stop Lamar Jackson's legs? It's not going to be easy. He's got Mark Andrews as number 1 target at tight end, a top 3 tight end in the league, and then protecting his blind side. It's going to be hard to get pressure with Ronnie Stanley anchoring that side down. On the defense, you got Calais Campbell up front, who's going to try to wreck any sort of run game we establish. And on the back end, Marlon Humphrey in that secondary. So it's going to be hard to attack this team. That's why they're 9-2. And they don't expect them to miss 60 yards. If it comes down to it, I think this man's going to make it. Justin Tucker, Mr. Automatic, is who they have at kicker. But That's going to bring it into this one. We win late, 6-5 now, but can we start to string together some wins? It's not going to be easy. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.